Our children, they are not really our children.
New clothes for children, which we used to call unisex in, I would say, like late 80s, 90s, and this kind of stuff started happening, but not for children, usually for adults. If you look at the actual ad, which kind of starts out funny, there's some funny things in it, but it is incredible how much it shows this kind of weird new thing that all these celebrities are doing, and in fact they actually have the NWO in it, the New World Order, completely open and everything. This is not about conspiracy theories, but when it's that open and that clear, it's hard not to comment on that. She's saying they are not really our children. Well, why is that? Because actually the NWO and what communism used to do is that the children didn't belong to the parents, it belonged to the state, and they told the parents what to do, and in fact they took charge of the children completely, and that's what they want to do. They want to break up the family, right? When they pan over the babies, all of a sudden they actually even stop on a baby that has new order on the baby. Well, guess why? So it is quite incredible that what they are trying to do is recreate humans into non-gendered, pretty much sick people. Because you're born male or female, and you're either male or female, and like it or not, your biological gender does give you difference, both biologically, physically, or mentally is different. Male brains are wired a bit different than female brains. They have different wants and needs. Neither is better or worse than the other, is different. It's that simple. And our biology actually makes us want to go on different routes. So females are wired to go to the route of having offsprings, raising them, and also take care of the home, of the nest. You could say that. Males are there to create the offspring for the woman and then protect the female and the offspring to make sure that humanity continues. And they do most of the hard physical labor that would be too difficult for the female or would cause them to be too weak to be able to have offspring. It's that simple. Now, I went on the website and read their statement about why did they create this and what their philosophy is. And I broke it up. So it starts out saying, Celinununu unites two forces by one voice. Fashion has the power to shape people's minds. Inspire your children to be free and find their own individuality through clothes. Now, my answer to this is individuality through clothes. When anyone can buy the exact same clothes, how is that individual? Celinununu is a joint partnership between iconic performer Celine Dion and co-founders and designers of the kids fashion brand nununu, Iris Adler and Dolly Milchberg. Together, these fierce female forces have created a new children's clothing brand that breeds equality and freedom of spirit, serving as a platform for a new humanistic education. Who comes up with this nonsense? This makes absolutely no sense. Clothes give you equality and freedom of spirit while educating? Are they making clothes for Maoist China, where everyone dressed uniformly, so everyone was equal regardless of gender? And you will see some pictures that I'm going to put up too, how they looked. Kind of funny. And that was true. This is all actually communist. Here are a few design examples for them. Now, Celinununu liberates children from the traditional roles of boy-girl and enables younger people to grow on values of equality with the freedom to strengthen their own power of personality based on mutual respect. Liberates children. Children are not oppressed. They should be taught by their parents and society to become respectful grown-ups, working and contributing parts of the society as men and women. Right? That's what they want. They need their gender roles to fulfill their human destiny. Humans are by biology and societal structure gender specific. This also means that their needs and wants are primarily driven by their genders they were born into. Male and female brains and psychology are different. So they need a different upbringing and roles in life to complement and complete each other. Two halves to make a properly working unit. You can't have all these halves in the world going alone because they will never be complete. Okay? Now it follows. The brand follows on the axis between the values of education and empowering dialogue. We believe that an education experience is possible through children's clothes because fashion builds concepts deep within our minds and changes thought patterns. It can create equality and grow the emotional intelligence that drives the practice of responsibility, freedom, and flexibility of thought. This is a complete dribble. Big words used as a smokescreen. Educational experience. I guess that is why they have large letters on the clothes. Got my ABCs from my T's? Come on. They want to change thought patterns. Again, with that communist talk. How can these kids get a practice of responsibility from these clothes when they can't work, thus are unable to buy it themselves? There's absolutely no freedom for kids about their clothes. They get what their parents buy them. Perhaps they want a child labor. So kids can easily be free and buy whatever clothes they want and express themselves in the sweatshops. Practice of responsibilities through action, not fashion. How hard are they trying to sell these vagabond clothes? Because if you look at the pictures, how these kids look like, even the way they made their hair look like, and the way they stand, and the clothes, they look like street people, kind of like homeless, vagabonds. I'm like, incredible. And they're not cheap. I mean, the clothes. They continue. People, and for that matter, little humans, express themselves through clothes. We like to enable them to be who they are so that their choices are driven by their own true essence and free spirit, beyond stereotypes or any norm. You could only express yourself through clothes when you make or custom make it yourself. Like punks used to be in the 80s, 90s. I mean, this is a commercial production. Enables adult customers, not children, to be able to buy from them from the same store. And this, in turn, enables these entrepreneurial women to only have to carry half the stock, as it's all unisex. They are very smart. So, again, they still continue. The dialogue between clothes and creativity, art, amplifies the discussion about a humanistic education which is gender-free, strengthens the power of personality. Humanity is not gender-free. Because there won't be any humans without genders. Right? Need a male and a female to make more humans. Gender is the basis of a personality. Uniformity does not power a personality, it generalizes it. It's that simple. They continue, gives the spirit space to grow. This is the education that fashion can instill based on the concept of equality and respect for mankind. No, you're muffling the spirit with clothes. Spirits don't need to be dressed. It has no need of clothes. It is free in its nakedness. Thank you very much. And they still continue. Celinununu empowers these forces of creativity in the imagination, inspiring the freedom of spirit and an empowering dialogue for all. I'm thinking this is creativity through uniformity, imagination through sameness, inspiration through blandness, dialogue through mimicry. Simply, this is double speak through clothes. 1984. Read the book. And it ends with this sentence: because everything is possible equally. Wow. NWO commies, they are.